we talk, we'll kick your dog. We are the Space Pirates. At first I was frightened and shook in my boots. The pirates invaded and started to loot. I ran and I hid like a scared little kid in the closet in the starboard wing. The pirates had captured the rest of my crew. I frantically asked myself, what do I do? Which mode of behavior could make me their savior? And then from my hiding place, I heard them singing. We're ruthless and mad, we'll make you feel bad, we'll hurt you in front of your mates. We'll kill you for sport, we'll pull down your shorts. We are the Space Pirates. We're angry and strong, we'll sing dirty songs, we'll take it if we desire it. We laugh really smugly, we'll call your mom ugly. We are the Space Pirates. Immediately then I knew just what to do to save the lives of myself and of my crew. I ran to the bar to take what was there, and with it burst into the helm. I held up the bottles for them all to see. I threatened to smash them if they didn't leave. They released all my crew, and I gave them their brew, and with that, they were overwhelmed. Now there is a moral to this traveler's tale. There's something to pack before you set sail. They may have bad tempers, but always remember, pirates do anything for Romulan ale. We're dirty and mean, we'll run you clean, we'll take whatever we like. We constantly lie, we get too kind, we'll flatten the tires on your bike. We'll eat all your food, we'll happily rude, we'll make a big mess and admire it. We chew and we talk, we'll kick your dog, we'll kill you for sport, we'll pull down your shorts, we'll laugh really smugly, we'll call your mom ugly. We are the Space Pirates. Yarr.
That's Buckethead Bobby Matheson here with Space Pirates on the SpinTunes listening party. Let's see if this thing actually fires over. How do we do this? Boom. There you are. Hi, I'm Tommy G, and welcome to the SpinTunes listening party pre-show. This is round 4, which means it is the finals. They're going to be coming up at 8 o'clock. Right now it's around 7:34. So, and hopefully we'll get through it because I only have one battery on this camera. So it's going to be a challenge to make sure we get all the way through and all the music up. But we're going to try to do it all anyway. So I'm Tommy G. Thank you for coming. We're going to play about half an hour of music. And then at 8 o'clock, everybody's going to be used to what's coming up. So let's try a... This is Caravan Ray from SpinTunes 5. It's called The Beginning of the End on the SpinTunes pre-show.
It's the beginning of the end of the start of the middle of the runaway fight. So much in the middle, I'm gonna let you start. The better on my feet, there's only one way to go. Out from here. Bundy on at 8 a.m. Then I sit on the scanner with my pants down around my knees. JPEGs off my ass crack out to all my favourite fellow employees. 'Cause I don't need this place no more. There are opportunities outside the door. It's the beginning of the end of the start of the middle of the primary phase of my technical career. I'm gonna make a new start. But then on my fingers only one way to go. Up from here. Now it's time to steal stationery. I unlock the cupboard and I fill my bag right up. And then secretly I rub my penis round the drinking rim of the boss's coffee cup. 'Cause this life is not good enough for me. There is something else that I would rather be. It's the beginning of the end of the start of the middle of the primary phase of my technical career. I'm gonna make a new start. But then on my feet, there's only one way to go. Up from here. I'm going up from here.
this maze. I'd eat till I puke if it leads your way.
I'd stand up to ghosts, if only to show I love you the most.
I'd gamble my life if it meant that I could meet with you. Blinky
And Pinky,
and Inky and Clyde, he's so stupid, but he gets me every time. You and me and all that we see, we're puppets in one big lie. And those who play so recklessly brave, they don't care if we live or
It feels good to be home, but I've been sitting here too long. The railway station calls my name. Everybody thinks they know exactly how I'm feeling. Is there still room for a one-man band whose destination clearly lies across the land? I'm back on the road, that's where I belong. And this time I'm taking my love with me. I'm bringing all my nicotine patches. I ain't bringing any cigarettes or matches, 'cause I don't smoke anymore. My guitar and magazines are all I need, but nowhere as much as the girl I love. Is there still room for a one-man band whose destination clearly lies across the land? I'm back on the road, that's where I belong. And this time I'm taking my love with me. I'm singing songs in places, see all the strangers' faces. I'm sorry that I've been away so long, and the night always ends too fast. I look forward to the next time. Now I'm gonna make this journey last. Is there still room for a one-man band whose destination clearly lies across the land? I'm back on the road, that's where I belong. And this time I'm taking my love with me. And this time I'm taking my love with me.
That's Christopher Kogut here, Roadward Bound on the SpinTunes listening party. That was part of way back when, let's see which, that was SpinTunes 2, when you had to do a sequel song to a famous hit, and he chose the Paul Simon song, American Bound. So that was a really cool tune. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. And we are now in the SpinTunes final. We're in the pre-show at 8 o'clock, which is in about 18 minutes or so. We are going to be playing the four finalists. A few Shadow songs before that that were done by people who were involved with what was going on. And we're going to have a fun time. I'm excited. I don't know about you. I'm excited. I'm back. I'm kind of rested, and I was tired, and I'm rested again because I was on the JoCo cruise, JoCo Cruise 6. First time I went. I'm telling you, if you get a chance, go. It was fun. It was fantastic. Got to see a lot of good internet artists. There was a 24-hour gaming room where whatever game you could think of was there to play. We got to go to a couple of islands and stuff. An amazing time. I'll tell you all sorts of stories afterwards, but if you get a chance, do it the next year. 2017, it's going to be on the West Coast. Definitely something you should check out. But right now, pre-show, let's continue on. Let's pick, how about... Oh, Edric is in the chat room. I saw him over there. This is one of Edric's later tunes, something that he did specifically for Spin. It's called Lansing, Michigan, from SpinTunes 2 on the listening party.
In honor of SpinTunes 2, we'd like to present to you a not so very long, completely worthless song about Lansing, Michigan. Lansing, Michigan's the greatest place on earth, so why not come to Lansing and be part of all the mirth? We're selling houses here for nearly half of what they're worth in Lansing, Michigan. Don't believe the news, our city's not to die. Our unemployment's 10%, but we still survive. Cause once GM is solvent, our economy will thrive in Lansing, Michigan. It's true, for major sports teams we're a little too far west. We can go watch the Lugnuts, but Detroit's got all the rest. But even if we're lacking, there's a fact that brings us smiles. We're very proud to say there's not a Wolverine for miles.
And while I'm recording, MSU 34, U of M 17. Just saying.
Lansing, Michigan is where you ought to be. So many bars to frequent and so many sights to see. And if you come to visit, you could come and visit me. Don't be a prima donna. You know you really wanna. Why don't you come and visit me? It's nowhere near Ohio.
Gonna find my little brother, cause I've got a plan to share. I'm feeling bored, so stick your face between those planks atop the stairs. And I'm glad we're in agreement that I would be much too tall, but now the banister's caught hold and you can't pull away at all. But let's calm down, try to get our stories straight. And I'll say, no, it wasn't my idea, but I'm telling the truth. Glad that it was you who got stuck between the bars. Trying to get you loose, but I'm not strong enough. You see, feels like your head has gotten bigger. At least it seems that way to me. And in the background there's our parents making paramedic calls. I've double dared you to oblivion. I'll have to take the fall, but let's calm down, try to get our story straight. And I'll say, no, it wasn't my idea, but I'm telling the truth. Glad that it was you who got stuck between the bars. But the ambulance is here, and now I'll have to hide, have to sleep outside. We're stuck between the bars. They're pulling bottles out of all the cupboards now and dumping each one on your head. If they can pin this thing on me somehow, you just remember what I've said. dear. Now that you've escaped, that's all I've got to say. Really, that's a shame to hear you don't believe that all you let me do is sit up in my room and I'm stuck behind the bars.
I wanted to take a trip to the Arabian Peninsula. That's the Middle East for those of you who aren't into the geographical locations of Central Asia. But then my travel agent, they told me something major. He said recently there's been a strange demand to take vacations to the resorts in a strange new land. I thought the dude was joking and was playing, man, when he told me the place was called Plankistan. I said thank you, man, and made my reservations, hoping this new land would exceed my expectations of having a good time in a place that was decent. Little did I know I'd be amazed by its existence. The moment I arrived, the clock struck 12, and it looked like people were making a fool out themselves. And that's when I realized this was a strange little place, cause everybody stopped just to lay on their face. Everywhere I go, everybody's lying on their face for show. I see them blanking, down in Plankistan. I see them blanking, down in Plankistan. From resort hotel rooms, all the way to the desert sand dunes. I see them blanking, down in Plankistan. I see them blanking, down in Plankistan. It appeared to me, everyone near to me synchronized blanks at the same time, eerily. Then somebody whispered, "Hey, you seem dumb. Hurry up and blank now before the police come." But it was too late. These policemen were mad buff. 3 big dudes approaching me with handcuffs. They arrested me quick once I put my hands up and took me straight to the boss, who they said ran stuff. The boss asked if I knew the local laws. I told him that I didn't and that I was appalled that everyone lays on the ground in that strange fashion. He told me that from now on to take the same action, cause if I get caught again breaking the law, that they be breaking my jaw and castrating my balls. So when they let me go and the clock struck 3, I had to stop, walk around and get down on the street. Everywhere I go, everybody's lying on their face for show. I see them blanking, down in Plankistan. I see them blanking, down in Plankistan. From resort hotel rooms, all the way to the desert sand dunes. I see them blanking, down in Plankistan. I see them blanking, down in Plankistan. Later that night, I went to a club to find a beautiful woman who would give me some love. When 9 p.m. rang, everybody planked really hard, and I saw the sexiest girl planking on the bar. We talked a bit, and I brought her to my hotel, and it was around midnight, and I was thinking, oh well, we'll be in my room, and everything will be private, and nobody will see us not planking when the time hits. I should have known better, cause when she was on top and the clock struck 12, she decided to stop and plank on me. So I thought I should remind her that even though she stopped, that I was still inside her. I got tired of her planking and pushed her off, and she was looking lost, and I got angered, man. I caught the next plane out of this strangest land, and never again did I visit Plankistan. Everywhere I go, everybody's lying on their face for show. I see them blanking, down in Plankistan. I see them blanking, down in Plankistan. From resort hotel rooms, all the way to the desert sand dunes. I see them blanking, down in Plankistan. I see them blanking, down in Plankistan. Everywhere I go, everybody's lying on their face for show. I see them blanking, down in Plankistan. I see them blanking, down in Plankistan. From resort hotel rooms, all the way to the desert sand dunes. I see them blanking, down in Plankistan. I see them blanking, down in Plankistan. Boom, ba-dum, 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 bum, 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 boom, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
That's MCO My down in Plankistan here in the SpinTunes listening party. I'm having a little bit of fun. Are you having some fun? Because the finals are here. That's right. Finals are coming up. Before you know it, well, 8 minutes from now, the Final 4. Well, the Shadows will be on before then, but we'll be playing some music, including She's Too Insane, Who's That By My Window, which is Mark Humble.
In the age of the plastic wage, I'm building me a better mattress. Let that shiny Tellermatic have its cash card back. Dominoes are fun to play, but I can't stand to wait in line. hate the thought of falling on a total stranger. Oh, who's that by my window? Oh, who's that by my window? Oh, who's that by my window? Someone staring in the dark at someone else who's trying to get out. In the face of a pennant race, we threw our flags into the fire. Now our borders are patrolled by men in thought balloons. Leave your fellow man alone makes lots of sense to me. But I've gotta grab your foot now, 'cause I need my teeth. Oh, who's that by my window? Oh, who's that by my window? Oh, who's that by my window? Someone staring in the dark at someone else who's trying to get out. Send him off to plumbing school with a silver crescent wrench. Maybe that'll do the trick. A big mouth on the phone is chewing through my 7 numbers, shoving empty words and hands through miles of copper wire. Voices in my head, 'cause a guy named Bell was born. When he died, he was perfecting human stain remover. Oh, who's that by my window? Oh, who's that by my window? Oh, who's that by my window? Someone staring in the dark at someone else who's trying to get out. Oh, no, no, no. Someone trying to get in. Someone trying to get out.
I couldn't help but think I had all the time. All the time, but it's not enough to realize the enormity of your mistakes. Looking down upon it, looking down. There were shades of him I couldn't see till the blackjack shot high. There were shades of him I couldn't see till the blackjack shot high. It's too late now, and this I know. I wasn't young, but decidedly ignorant. Teenage arrogance shows there's no story, no moral, no guidelines. There were shades of him I couldn't see till the blackjack shot high. Shades of him I couldn't see till the blackjack shot high. Wish I could recall your words. I'm glad you took the time to write, 'cause the overall impression still remains. You wanted me to be ghost of grown-up future come to me, and he said, hold tight, kind of bumpy as we cross the century. And there I am in my cubicle, typing a report. I hit print, but the printer's out of toner, so I file an IS ticket, and thank God it's just a dream. I'm still gonna be an astronaut, I'm still gonna be a rock star, a race car driver, candy bar taste tester, and the Batman. I'm still gonna make a difference, I'm still gonna be important. Alright, shut up, relax, it's just a dream. 6 lines to repair and test that issue with the site, within the confines of the epic standards doc I had to write. 3 more days to complete and file the detailed change request. Time to go, but it's missing an approval, so I start the process over, and thank God it's just a dream. I'm still gonna be an astronaut, I'm still gonna be a rock star, a secret agent, master Lego builder, and a robot. I'm still gonna make a difference, I'm still gonna be important. Okay, chill out, it's just a dream, a little dream. The real world fits into the grander scheme, and I can be a part of things more awesome than they seem. Thank God it's just a dream. I'm still gonna be an astronaut, I'm still gonna be a rock star, a baseball player, guy that drives a tractor, and a Jedi. I'm still gonna be remembered, I'm still gonna change the world, I'm still gonna be the man that everybody says I could be. I'm still gonna be the president, I'm still gonna be a stuntman, a scientist who travels through the Stargate, and a ninja. I'm still gonna make a difference, I'm still gonna be important. That's it, enough, wake up, it's just a dream.
That's Just a Dream by Brian Gray here in the SpinTunes listening party. That's right. It's just a dream for one of these finalists, because of the 4 finalists in the SpinTunes listening party, one of them is going to be the champion. We're going to find out next week. We're going to play them all tonight. We're going to play All the Shadows tonight. And it will be the culmination of SpinTunes 11. All of these tunes that have happened, original world premiere music, right here. I'm a little excited here. Verklempt right in here. It's just, it grows in me. It builds, and I just get a little excited. So thank you for joining me, presenting these to you. But before we present them, you know there's always a catch. In order to get on the SpinTunes listening party, you have to either fulfill the challenge, do a shadow song from a current or a previous one, or one of these, which is a cover of Inverse T Clown's Today's the Day. There have been at least 24 covers of this song so far, and more every day, including this one by Pig Farmer Jr., which is, of course, entitled Today's the Day, on the SpinTunes listening party.
A dream last night in which everything wrong in my life went right. Much to my surprise, it was a quick transition. It played out so vividly that it's hard to describe what it did to me. You could say I took it as a premonition. Today's a day I get a move on. Today's a day I change. Today's a day that I improve on who I am and everything I do. Today's a day that I break up with you. Just stop and think about all the times I gave in so we'd work out. If you look at the score, I think I tipped the balance. But you probably think that's great, 'cause you take and you drain and manipulate. I guess every succubus has got that talent. Today's a day that I get angry. Today's a day I fight. Today's a day that I harangue the telling off that's way past overdue. Don't look at me like that with your cute pouting lips and your big sad eyes. You're pretty, but you're pretty much a bitch. Today's the day that I break up with you. It's time for you to see that the world is the world universally. Nowhere does it say you can run my planet. So you take our history and your need for control and commisery. Brace yourself real good, then go ahead and cram it. Today's a day that I'm the victor. Today's a day I win. Today's a day I do your sister. Here's a toast to starting life anew. Today's the day that I wake up. It's time to say I've had enough. Today's the day that I break up with you.
That's Pig Farmer Jr. with Today's the Day here on the SpinTunes listening party.
Hi, I'm Molly Lewis, and you are listening to SpinTunes.
That was Molly Lewis. You are listening to SpinTunes. I'm Tommy G. And now is the time for the finals. Da, 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 da. Yes, it is. We play, usually we will play the shadows, and then we play the four finalists. This one's kind of unique because one of the shadows is by one of the four finalists. Yes, Jailhouse Payback did it again, and they're just they have one shadow this time in addition to their regular song that they put in for the contest. So this one is entitled Steps and Regrets. This is the shadow song. This is not the judge song by Jailhouse Payback. The SpinTunes listening party.
Put on his coat and his boots, his favorite hat and a cigarette, a climb of steps and regrets, up on the mountainside. He had a gun in his bag, just outside the frame. He had big plans for today, up on the mountainside. And as the sun was about to go down, Rebel loaded up chamber one. The heavens were about to run, up on that mountainside. He said, Lord, I got a message for you, and it's been eating me up inside. I thought I'd let you know where we stand, up on this mountainside, up on this mountainside. What have you done, my friend? Lost in the ice in the wind. Come back and play and we'll drink. Anything is better than this. As the sun was about to go down, Rebel loaded up chamber one. The heavens were about to run,
ribbon of light still cuts across the dark. A sliver of time left where I can make my mark. The days may slip away, but we will always come back to this place. The sunset of my days is hard upon me now. The weight of moments falling softly on my brow, and I don't know how I will cope with the fading of the light. I see the puzzle pieces as they fade from sight to eternal night. I hear the distant waves crash upon the shore. Did I do enough, or should I have done more? I'm still wasting time while all my thoughts tumble into space. The sunset of my days is hard upon me now. The weight of moments falling softly on my brow, and I don't know how I will cope with the fading of the light. I see the puzzle pieces as they fade from sight to eternal night. I meant to tell you something of what you mean to me. I meant to tell you, but the thought escaped me. I think about us together through the years, and for a moment calm blankets on my fears. Maybe I've done what I can, and somehow, some way it's enough. The sunset of my days is hard upon me now. The weight of moments falling softly on my brow, and I don't know how I will cope with the fading of the light. I see the puzzle pieces as they fade from sight to eternal night.
Hi, this is Al Morgan. I'm from the Boffo Yucks Dudes, and you're listening to the SpinTunes Listening Party. And by the way, yeah, I do exist.
The color of invisible light, radio wave-shift frequencies, extending past what we can see. We see in the darkness of the night, the color of invisible light. Electromagnetism beats the pulse that finds its way back to the source. Electric nature takes its course, compels us by magnetic force. Anti-positronic walks right on a carrier wave. Simple science sings the rules, make energy behave.
Listen to the song I sing, it's pulled out of my rectum. Toddlers shooting from below to a place that we all know. There's no falling without height, the color of invisible light. Radio wave shift frequencies, extending past what we can see. We see in the darkness of the night, the color of invisible light. The color of invisible light, more and colors in busy ages. The colors of invisible sunset flash are the color of eyes or cages.
That's The Color of Invisible Light by the Buffalo Yucks Dudes, and before that, Al also was working on Sunset by the Buffalo Yucks Dudes. We started off the set with Jailhouse Payback's Shadow version. It's Steps and Regrets, not like the title that I had before, which is their actual song, which is coming up next, which is The Real Indiana Jones. I'm Tommy G. I'm your host. That's The Shadows. Now, the four finalists coming up right now. First up, the first one to put it in, actually, in the order of what they submitted. The Real Indiana Jones by Jailhouse Payback, here in the SpinTunes listening party.
Ever since he was a boy, he always hopes that he could protect the artifacts of the globe. Any hero can save the day and move on, but if he don't save history, it's already gone. The more he looked, the more he would find unusual passion to pursue these crimes. A global supply stolen idols of God. Their methods were deep and their treasure was broad. Land of many temples, clouds and sky. The smell of salt water, a rocky climb. The temple looter took what he could take, deceive, inveigle, and obfuscate. Packed in a box labeled handicraft, headed for Madison Avenue. Yeah. Land of many temples, clouds and sky. The smell of salt water, a rocky climb. As the sun went down, he knew he had won. In his satchel, a bullet inside of a gun. One shot as a warning was all he would need. The thief had no courage, he only had greed. To sleep on a rock now, sleep in the cold. To save a treasure, 2,000 years old. Wake up in the morning, put this case to bed. Then go back home, his hat still on his head. Land of many temples, clouds and sky. The smell of salt water, a rocky climb. Land of many temples, clouds and sky. The smell of salt water, a rocky climb.
Jailhouse Payback, The Real Indiana Jones.
Hi, I'm Joe Covenant Lamb, and your ears are on the SpinTunes listening party. Your eyes are on the prize, and your fingers are on the pulse. I'm Joe Covenant Lamb, and I'm cheesy.
This is Governing Dynamics, Sound on Sound, here on the SpinTunes listening party.
Golden hour on a rocky
blame. Satisfied in that anxious way of a place you love but you know you can't stay. I feel it deep, the sun and the sea, but deeper still is your vacancy. Slow build piecing together the day, peaks and crests, the rest the mess. What I meant to say, sound on sound, regrets and fury unbound. My true surrounds hides in the air. If you don't care, then you'll never be found in the sound on sound. Can't relax in this dawning sun. The symphony doesn't wanna be done. This photographs that dress you wore, bleeding colors forming towering cores. The same old dance we've been sitting out for years. The song is rising, cry like a siren, but never in your ears. Sound on sound, regrets and fury unbound. My true surround hide in the air. If you don't care, then you'll never be found in the sound on. Tension twists and shifts and grows. You'll never hear enough to know. In blinding light where I see the least, I spread my ash on Folly Beach. Sound on sound, regrets and fury unbound. My true surrounds hides in the air. If you don't care, then you'll never be found in the sound on sound, sound on sound. Cacophony welling up from the ground. My straining voice can push or shove, can never quite be heard above the sound on sound.
That was Governing Dynamics, Sound on Sound, here in the SpinTunes listening party. And this is...
I'm Wheezy Waiter with Driftless Pony Club.
I'm Marion Collins.
Hey, this is MC Front a Lot.
Hi, this is Mark Humble, and your ears are on the SpinTunes listening party.
And this is Ominous Ride, Rocks and Sky and Water and Sand.
In the depths of the morning, opening up my eyes, million daggers before me, cutting across the ties. I have come to release you, every single word. All the questions they caught in my throat, suddenly so absurd. Never really seen the sun rise without the comfort of your legs. A different kind of clarity. Now all I see is rocks and sky and water and sand. first strip of amber, grappling with the dawn. A neutralized my collar, no longer a ghost response. Now the spell has been broken, it sinks down to the ocean floor. It's a beautiful thing to feel so insecure. Never really seen the sunrise without the clouds inside my head. The waking world in front of me, now all I see is rocks and sky and water and sand. 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 I cannot blame you for my sorrow any more than I can manifest my solace from the sky. And when the night is cold, behold, the light was just a candle. The coming eventide, it doesn't make me change my mind. No longer bow to grand designs or master plans. All I see is rocks, sky, water, and sand.
That's Rocks, Skies, Water, and Sand by Ominous
Hi,
Rain.
this is Mark Humble. Keep on listening to the SpinTunes listening party.
And this is Megalodon, Stout Quartet.
Days, just amazed at where the journey led. Far from home, all alone with no way back again. The tales they told, worn out and old, they are all emptied out. The way ahead, you chose instead, better without a doubt. Just when you thought you'd seen it all, welcome to the something new. You don't know just what you must have fallen to. Standing on a ledge, right on the edge of the only world you've ever known. You're watching last light fade out of sight over an ocean yet unknown. It wasn't you, but Balboa who first took this vista in. But just the same, you gave your name to this new reckoning. A tiny tomb, that rubber room where you spent all your time. A kaleidoscope of familiar tropes hiding the sublime. Just when you knew nothing at all, beckoned into fading gloom. You can't think much when paying such overdues. Standing on a ledge, right on the edge of the only world you've ever known. You're watching last light fade out of sight over an ocean yet unknown.
That's Stout Cortez by Megalodon here on the SpinTunes listening party. And those are your 4 finalists that you've heard right there. One of those 4 will be SpinTunes 11 champion. But you can't quite go away yet, because if you're listening to me, most likely you are an artist that has put in a submission in SpinTunes 11 or a shadow, which means you're the judges this time around. That's right. You are the ones that decide who is going to be the finalists. The judges right now, they're still obligated to do reviews. They are a tiebreaker this time around, but they are not the ones that choose. So your vote counts. Right now, there's like a dozen or so people in the watching me live. There's probably about 40 people that can actually vote, if I remember right. 40, 35 in that range, depending on how many people actually submitted this time around. I'm sure Travis can correct me in the chat that's going on right now. You are going to have to, you'll get information through an email that you had submitted in, and you're going to need to send something back by Saturday, I think Friday or Saturday, to give us your vote so that we will finally crown the SpinTunes champion for SpinTunes 11. Don't shirk your responsibility. You are the one that has to do this. I'm Tommy G. I appreciate you listening to this stuff, and I want to leave you with a fun picture. Let's see if I can find it. My girlfriend Jody, when we were on the cruise, about 5 or 6 spin tuners were actually on the cruise, and this is the picture. If it comes up, let's see. Wait, there it is. That's a picture of some of us. I think Spencer was there, but he didn't quite make it for the picture, but I see a bunch of other people in there. So those are all spin tuners that happen to be on the Joco 6 cruise this time around. I'm very excited to meet them all. First time I think I'd met all of them, except I had met Glenn before. And that's, where we're at right now. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It was like a week out there. And I'm planning on going to the next one. I highly endorse going. It was a very enjoyable time. So I'm excited, and I still have 17% left on the battery on the camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play through the final 4 one more time. We'll go as far as my battery blasts, but you have seen the 4. It is going to be paramount of you to vote on which one of these 4 artists are going to be the finalists, the winner, the champion, the head honcho. You're going to have Jailhouse Payback, Governing Dynamics, Ominous Ride, and Megalodon. That's your choice. And I also want to say thanks to Jailhouse Payback and, of course, Buffalo Yucks Dudes Al, who did some shadows that helped along. Gave us some extra stuff that we enjoyed. At least I enjoyed it. Whether you enjoyed it, it's up to debate. So I'm Tommy G. Thank you for listening, and I will play us...
Hey guys, it's Heather.
Hi, Heather.
And you can blame me.
I blame you.
Listening to the SpinTunes listening party thing.
Yeah, it is the SpinTunes listening party thing. But this is a Jailhouse Playback. Once again with the real Indiana Jones. On the post show.
Ever since he was a boy, he always hopes that he could protect the artifacts of the globe. Any hero can save the day and move on, but if he don't save history, it's already gone. The more he looked, the more he would find unusual passion to pursue these crimes. A global supply stolen idols of God. Their methods were deep and their treasure was broad. Land of many temples, clouds and sky. The smell of salt water, a rocky climb. The temple looter took what he could take, deceive, inveigle, and obfuscate. Packed in a box, slave of handicraft, headed for Madison Avenue. Yeah. smell of salt water, a rocky climb.
This is Russ Rogers from the ultra-legendary geek rock dad band God's Poodles, and you're listening to SpinTunes.
And you're listening to Governing Dynamics, Sound on Sound, the second official song here on the SpinTunes listening party.
Golden hour on a rocky shore, fleeting feeling there was something more than what I captured in the frame. Old mathematics, fortune plus blame, satisfied in that anxious way of a place you love but you know you can't stay. I feel it deep, the sun and the sea, but deeper still is your vacancy. Slow build piecing together the day, peaks and crests, the rest the mess. What I meant to say, sound on sound, regrets and fury unbound. My true surrounds hides in the air. If you don't care, then you'll never be found in the sound on sound. Can't relax in this dawning sun. The symphony doesn't wanna be done. This photographs that dress you wore, bleeding colors forming towering cores. The same old dance we've been sitting out for years. The song is rising, cry like a siren, but never in your ears. Sound on sound, regrets and fury unbound. My true surround hide in the air. If you don't care, then you'll never be found in the sound on. Tension twists and shifts and grows. You'll never hear enough to know. In blinding light where I see the least, I spread my ash on Folly Beach. Sound on sound, regrets and fury unbound. My true surrounds hides in the air. If you don't care, then you'll never be found in the sound on sound, sound on sound. Cacophony welling up from the ground. My straining voice can push or shove, can never quite be heard above the sound on sound.
That's Governing Dynamics, Sound on Sound here on the SpinTunes Post Show.
Hi, I'm Joe Covenant Lamb, and you're listening to the SpinTunes Listening Party. Why aren't you listening to me?
And this is Ominous Ride, Rocks and Sky and Water and Sand.
In the depths of the morning, opening up my eyes, million daggers before me, cutting across the tides. I have come to release you, every single word. All the questions they caught in my throat, suddenly so absurd. Never really seen the sunrise without the comfort of your lands. A different kind of clarity. Now all I see is rocks and sky and water and sand. At the first strip of amber, grappling with the dawn, a new chill finds my collar, no longer a ghost responds. Now the spell has been broken, it sinks down to the ocean floor. It's a beautiful thing to feel so insecure. Never really seen the sunrise without the clouds inside my head. The waking world in front of me. Now all I see is rocks and sky and water and sand. 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 I cannot blame you for my sorrow any more than I can manifest my solace from the sky. And when the night is cold, behold, the light was just a candle. The coming eventide, it doesn't make me change my mind. No longer bow to grand designs or master plans. All I see is rocks, sky, water and sand.
Hi, I'm Aubrey from the Double Clicks, and you're listening to SpinTunes.
End of days, just amazed at where the journey led. Far from home, all alone with no way back again. The tales they told, worn out and old, they are all emptied out. The way ahead you chose instead, better without a doubt. Just when you thought you'd seen it all, welcome to the something new. You don't know just what you must have fallen into. Standing on a ledge, right on the edge of the only world you've ever known. You're watching last light fade out of sight over an ocean yet unknown. It wasn't you, but Balboa who first took this vista in. But just the same, you gave your name to this new reckoning. A tiny tomb, that rubber room where you spent all your time. A kaleidoscope of familiar tropes hiding the sublime. Just when you knew nothing at all, beckoned into fading blue. You can't think much when overdues. Standing on a ledge, right on the edge of the only world you've ever known. You're watching last light fade out of sight over an ocean yet unknown. Just when you see with clarity, the light might fly from you. The watcher of the skies can close his eyes for a view. Standing on a ledge, right on the edge of the only world you've ever known. You're watching last light fade out of sight over an ocean yet unknown. Standing on a ledge, right on the edge of the only world you've ever known. You're watching last light fade out of sight over an ocean yet unknown. Standing on a ledge, right on the edge of the only world you've ever known. You're watching last light fade out of sight over an ocean yet
And that was Stout Cortez here in the SpinTunes listening party by Megalodon. Before that, Ominous Ride, Rocks and Sky and Water and Sand. And before that, Governing Dynamics did Sound on Sound. And we started with Jailhouse Payback, the real Indiana Jones. Those are your 4 finalists. And if you were an artist that put in an original song or did a cover song in SpinTunes 11, you are now the judges. You are going to have to rank those 4 songs, and whichever one that you cumulatively pick, that's cumulatively, I can speak. When you pick that, they win. They're going to be the champions. So don't forget, check your email, make sure you get it, and put it in soon. The tiebreakers, I believe, are judges, popular vote, and the last tiebreaker, if I remember correctly, will be when the song was actually submitted. So if it gets down to a third tiebreaker, it's the time that it actually went in. I'm excited. I don't know. It's going to be tough to pick between those 4. Those are some good tunes. I mean, they're solid. So it's going to be a horse race to figure out who's actually going to be the champion for SpinTunes 11. I'm Tommy G. Thank you for inviting me into your abode or just listening to me through the YouTube thing. Hopefully this works a little better. It's miles better than the first round, I'll tell you. First round really, let's just say, did not go so well and had some more ads than music, if anyone could actually hear what the heck I was doing. But here in the bunker down at the Tommy G household, this is where we're at. And hopefully this is where we'll continue on for the next one in 6 months from now. Also, Narayan kicks in about a month. If you're interested in doing that, that is a heartache of a run. That is actually 8 challenges, 8 songs, 8 weeks with a lot of competition. That's over at Songfight if you want to check that out. I think Bafayux dudes are going to be doing it. Usually a few people from SpinTunes do participate in that. And it is a crazy cutthroat time if you have the inclination to do that. But thank you for listening to me. I'll just place a couple of tunes on the way out. I'm damn surprised. Right now my camera is at 4% battery power. And everything's looping through it. So when the camera dies, we go to black. That's the way it goes. So I'll play a couple of tunes out, but thank you for listening to me and hanging around with this wacky madness. Let's try, Byron Blocker's in the Offbeats, She's Dead. She's not really, but she is in the song on the SpinTunes Post Show.
A girl walked down a lonely road, machine guns in her hair, her eyes a midnight blossom, her gaze a midnight stare. But she raised her chin in pride, my son, she never did conceive. But her body lost the battle, boy, in late 2003. Now she's dead, she's dead. The bitch is in the ground and I'm breathing once again, 'cause she's dead. Oh, she's dead. Thank you, Lord Almighty, 'cause that woman's mighty frightening, but she's dead. She's dead. By the balls of beer, ding dong, that wicked bitch is dead. Let me tell you about it. She made it hard to live without suffering. She made it hard to live without suffering. But she's dead. She's dead. Saw the fatted calf and half tonight. We're breaking bread because she's dead. Well, she's dead. Raise a toast to Bacchus and laugh about how she fucked us, 'cause she's dead. Hallelujah. The sun is out and shining bright and warm in my sweet head. She's dead. Oh, she makes it hard to live without suffering. She makes it hard to live without suffering. She makes it hard to live without suffering. She makes it hard to live without suffering.
You out beautiful a sunset. All the colors at your back. Your aesthetics are beyond them. Deeper than the zodiac. And I know it sounds a little strange. 'Cause you look good in the twilight, but you're sexy in the rain. You look stunning in the starlight. You look lovely by the moon. Still, I'd rather have a dark night. Hope that storm is coming soon. And I know it sounds a little strange. 'Cause you look good in the moonlight, but you're sexy in the rain. as the storm begins to cloud break, leaving moisture in the air. There's a rainbow that the dawn makes, even that cannot compare. And I know, it sounds a little strange, 'cause you look good in the sunlight, but you're sexy in the rain. Yeah, you look good in the sunlight, but you're sexy in the rain. Baby, you look good in the sunlight, but you're sexy in the rain.